Coolpad Nepal recently launched a budget-friendly version of Coolpad Cool 10 and it is named Coolpad Cool 10A. We already posted an unboxing video of this phone on our Facebook page, so today I'll be doing a full review of it after using this phone for a while to test out its pros and cons. So let's get started. Coolpad Cool 10A has a box-like body with flat edges but rounded corners. When you hold it, one can notice the difference when compared to a phone with curved back edges. With 8.8mm thickness and weighing 200 grams, the phone looks slightly thick due to its design, but is very lightweight on hand. Both the frame and back is made up of plastic, but it is very solid and durable. The back gradient design and fingerprint-resistant texture results a premium look for the phone. There is a subtle vertical Coolpad branding on the bottom left. On the top right, there's a slight protrusion that holds the dual rear lens and an LED flash. The rear physical fingerprint sensor has good placement for the use of index finger and is quick as well. Talking about the sides, the phone has volume and power buttons on the right, dual nano SIM plus micro SD card slot on the left, headphone jack up top and micro USB port, speaker grills and a microphone hole on the bottom. The phone has a 6.52-inch IPS LCD 720p display with 20:9 aspect ratio and 269 pixel per inch density. The bezels are prominent on all sides, more so on the chin. The selfie sensor lies on the dewdrop notch up top. Though the display is 720p, you can stream high-resolution videos on YouTube since the last update. In conclusion, I think the display is good enough for its price with accurate colors, enough brightness, and the resolution doesn't impact it as much as you think. The chipset used in this phone is the main concern for most prospective buyers. This phone has an Octa-core Unisoc chipset that is based on a 28nm architecture. On first glance, that 28nm makes you think that this is the worst phone for 2021. But during my usage, I didn't notice any severe lags when using the stock-like Android 11 UI of this phone. The 2GB RAM does limit the multitasking capability when opening many apps, but 64GB ROM at this price is more than enough. You can also expand the storage up to 128GB via microSD card. Though the inbuilt themes are pretty good, there is no way to change the ugly square icons seen in the notification panel and settings. Now, if you are thinking of gaming on this phone, it's a hard no from me. I installed Selfie 3 just to see if this chipset could handle it, but the frame drops and lags made me quit soon. Thus, it is safe to assume that this phone is made for entry-level buyers who aren't that performance-oriented. The phone has dual rear sensors, one is 13MP main with autofocus and another 0.3MP depth. An LED flash also lies just below these two. On the front notch lies a 5MP selfie sensor. As you can probably see in the sample pictures, turning on SDR makes a huge difference in the quality of the pictures, both from the rear and selfie sensor. The highlights are better exposed, color accuracy is improved, and white balance plus contrast is maintained due to HDR. Portrait mode, aided by the 0.3MP depth sensor, results decent portraits for this price range. Differences in the color, contrast, texture can be noticed between normal photos and portraits. Even with the depth sensor, the edge detection is barely acceptable. I hope Coolpad improves it in the future. There is no selfie portrait here. Unlike the Motorola E7 Power that we recently reviewed, this phone has night mode for both the rear and the selfie sensor for both photos and videos. But the night mode picture quality is held back by the use of the cheap sensor here. So, even though the software improves the exposure, details and highlights, noise is still prominent and quality isn't that good. Overall, both the nighttime pictures and videos aren't usable unless you have a very bright source of light. Pro photo mode was also of no help for taking long exposure shots. Lastly, the camera usage of this phone told me that even with all the AI and beauty modes available, there is still room to improve. Though I should not be complaining at all because of the pricing this phone comes at, as it beats many other entry-level smartphones in terms of camera. In terms of connectivity, this phone has single-band Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4.2, GPS and FM radio. And in terms of sensors, it has accelerometer and proximity. There is no gyro or infrared sensor here. Dual 4G SIM slot is also present right here. And along with that, the single downward firing speaker is loud and the sound quality is decent for this price. Finally, the phone has 4000 mAh non-removable battery that easily lasted me for nearly 2 days of normal usage. The supported charging speed of 10 watt took me around 1 hour and 40 minutes to fully charge the phone from 0 to 100. The phone also has inbuilt battery manager and ultra saving mode to help extend battery life. All in all, Coolpad Cool 10A is a good budget phone for its price, except that they could have used a slightly more RAM and a better chipset. That is my only complaint, and this concludes our full review. Let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. I will see you in the next video.